We are back with more updates on the illegal money lending mobile application scam. Recently, the Cyberabad police conducted raid on one such company operating 11 money lending mobile applications in India, and in this raid they have arrested 4 people including a Chinese national. There are 2 more people along with yet another Chinese national who are at the moment absconding. We have told you how the harsh recovery method of these illegal money lending mobile applications have been linked to suicides all over the country and their death trap. We also spoke to in this episode the kin of a victim of such an app. I am Amrutha, you are watching TV9 News. On November 27th, writer of the popular series Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, Abhishek Makhwana, died by suicide. His brother Janice Makwana has claimed that his brother was harassed by these money lending mobile applications which led to his suicide. We spoke to Janice and this is how he narrated his brother's plight.
They start harassing you from fourth day onwards to repay the amount, and it's
Okay.
it's it's obvious that the person who's taking 5,000, 10,000 rupees loan, he may not be having that kind of cash available with him. That's why he's taking the small loans.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is that like everybody's payment was delayed during
Mm-hmm.
lockdown, and there was no guarantee of coming it when. So it tends to pile up the entire interest and the repay of the loans and all. And these people will harass you so much, and then they tell you like, we have another app. Why don't you take loan from there and repay my loan? So if
Okay.
you're taking a loan of 5,000 from one app, they will give you the loan of 8,000 from another app, so that 5,000 you get net in your hand and 3,000 deducted for the interest upfront.
Okay.
Now for that, to pay another 8,000 rupee, you take 12,000, 12 ka 13, 13 ka 15. All this, they'll trap you like that.
So you've also spoken to other, news portals where you said that these apps were also crediting your brother with small amounts of money, which he had not applied for, which you're
Correct.
mentioning right now.
Correct.
So
Correct.
how did that happen?
Because certain amount, whichever is requested, there were certain email transactions, certain email communications are there. Your loan amount is section, it will be disbursed today or tomorrow. All
Hmm.
this typical bank transaction communication what you get.
Yes.
This transaction, there was a communication only.
Okay.
So those 40, 50 transaction in a day, I mean, for anybody physical also to get amount in his bank account through the online app in within less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, impossible.
Hmm.
When
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
do a net banking transaction or mobile transaction, it takes 3 to 4 minutes minimum.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is
Hmm.
like 8:01 a.m. one transaction, 8:02 a.m. second transaction, 8:04 a.m. third transaction, and these are like the same fixed amount. Like even if they are coming in precision, like 3,450 paisa,
Okay.
2,320 paisa. Now nobody will apply for a paisa loan.
Can you also, tell us what kind of harassment your brother had to go through and what kind of harassment the family and his friends were put through?
So there were three call recording on the day my brother committed the suicide, and all three were like the same thing. They will harass your family, will harass your wife, will harass your sister, your brother kids, your parents, your friends. Will abuse them, will take them to the court. They send you all this fake legal notice, which has no standing in
Hmm.
reality. The grammatic mistake was there, but then somebody who's scared will never like look into all these things.
Hmm.
They'll create the group of those contacts which he has must have hacked from my brother's mobile, and they will put all this document of take loan taken and emails and the pen card and Aadhaar card and all those things. They'll put a message: this guy's a fraud, he is cheater, he is not repaying the amount and all. And then later on, after my brother expired on 27th and 29th, when I started getting a calls. When I tell them like my brother's expired and like give us a 10 days, if you have some proof of giving me loan, please show it to after 10 days. Give us 10 days to just mourn for his my dream is like, uh, the loss what my family has. They're
Yes.
not ready to listen to us. They're abusing upfront, they're abusing my mother, myself, and my brother also. I mean, nobody would abuse a dead person, like, who's just expired. And when I ask them, okay, give me your address, I'll come and give you the check there. Take my address, come home and take the check. I said, no, we do not take like this. You have to pay through the app only. That means if I download the app, then they start harassing me. When you get this calls on mobile phone through Truecaller, I got to know they were from Haryana, Kolkata, Delhi, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Hyderabad, maybe Mumbai. Uh, some of the calls I've received from Bangladesh also. From Myanmar, I received the call. So, I mean, I'm sure they are having all the system to create this fake ID and fake numbers and the clone numbers and all.
So finally, like with the police, how far has the progress been? Is the police helping you with this regard, or has it been unsatisfactory what they've been doing so far?
I am not satisfied with the police, to be frankly enough.
Huh.
Like if you see the Hyderabad police, within a week they've cracked the case. They went to Gurugram and they've catch hold of those culprits and they've arrested them. They've blocked the bank accounts. They've
Yes.
arrested some 200 people, call centers and all within a week, 10 days. Here it's been a month. Tomorrow, I mean today is the month which is finishing now, and they're still analyzing the bank account. They're still analyzing the numbers they are calling from. I have no idea where they've reached. In fact, when I went them a couple of times and asked them like I want to file FIR, like so they say it is not required. The case is already been registered and is going on.
Janice says it is not just harassment and defamation, but these mobile applications were also crediting his brother Abhishek with small amounts of money he had not applied for and then asking for the repayment of the same. Coming back to the Cyberabad police, who also narrated an incident about how a person who started taking loan from these instant apps of about 2000 rupees ended up taking about 1,20,000 in loan from these apps. Moreover, after the harassment, he was made to pay 2 lakh in repayment dues. However, the harassment did not end as the apps continued asking for more alleged dues. Now, so far, a techie, an unemployed techie, a government officer, and a farmer have committed suicide in Telangana alone, and there were more such incidents reported from across the country. The Cyberabad police have blacklisted at least 60 such mobile applications giving out instant loans on Google Play Store alone, and there might be more coming. Now, the Cyberabad police also put out an advisory on their Facebook post, and some of them we can read it out to you, which states that don't download any InstaLoan apps from Play Store or other source which are not having proper license from government authorities. Do not give your personal and bank account credentials to anyone, and they've asked in case you're taking loan from these instant loan applications to go through their terms and conditions and verify the licenses of the companies and whether they have obtained permission from concerned authorities like the RBI and district collector. They have also said not to download any instant loan mobile application which is asking access to your contacts, files and gallery. For more information, there are links provided in the description. Please do check out about what to do and what not to do and how to go about the instant loan applications. Furthermore, you can leave your opinion in the comment section down below. Also like, share and subscribe to TV9 News. Thank you for watching.